Josh and Leo, tomorrow's Times. I'm sure you've sent emojis before now. You may have regretted or thought them cringeworthy, but what if they came back to haunt you in court? Josh?
Well, sure. In China now, you can use emojis as evidence. They found 150 cases where that has actually been used in evidence in court cases in China. And it is a little bit scary. This the latest one is that there was a rental dispute with a commercial tenant, and he got offered a rent hike or something like that, and he sent a smiley sun, and that was taken to be him agreeing to it, even though actually he hadn't. Now, I don't know what smiley sun... That's different from smiley face. I don't know if that means, smiley sun, like it's a sunny day, let's talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's let's watch the Teletubbies.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly
I've never seen smiley sun.
Well, that could be a Chinese... thing. So there is obviously a danger there.
It was taken as acquiescence.
Yeah, it was, but there is a danger, of course, of misinterpretation when it comes to that. And at the end of the suggestion is type out your words rather than that. I mean, personally, actually, I resent using emojis. The only time I ever use emojis is when someone does an emoji to me, and then I feel like I have to kind of lower myself to their standards. Just to find the perfect one.
The ones that I hate, which I can't imagine cropping up in a court of law, are when people just laugh openly at the paucity of your argument. You know that one, they go, lol, I suppose you think X, and then 3 cry-laugh emojis at the end to demonstrate just how pathetic you are.
Is that the Heinz baked beans guy?
Yeah. I hate that guy. What do you think? Is it a viable means of communication that could be taken as legal document?
No, I mean, I think the courts and legislation, I mean, we shouldn't give the government any ideas. Like some of our bills that are coming through, the hate crime bill, the policing bill, some of them are so vaguely worded already. They don't need to muddy that even further by having smiley suns and thumbs up and things in there. But interestingly, I mean, maybe it's more suitable or more suited to China because like the Chinese language and kanji in Japanese, it's kind of based on emojis in a way, because you've got little symbols that mean like a man or a window or a rice paddy, actually making up they're the constituent building blocks.
It's character-driven, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like a sitcom, yeah. I've never really fully understood it, I must admit, Mandra, but I know, I mean, they have 2,000 characters on the typewriter or something, is that right, when they try and...
I did learn Japanese at school, weirdly. It's one of those things.
But you can see how they would absorb emojis in a different way. We still just think of them as this is what my face is doing while I'm writing this, whereas they might be actually starting to use them in a more... hieroglyphics, obviously, they're still... I mean, God, I can't pass exactly how they are meant to be understood or read. It's more complicated than we think. But then our language, like ABC, those were originally pictures, right? A was a house, I think, and... A was an ox. It was it was all sort of on its side.
It could well be 1,000 years from now. Different emojis are actually going to turn into written language, like
there'll be a way of saying them.
The smiley face is going to be like a little thing, like that. It's
because a lot of people
aubergine is going to mean.
Yes, not tonight, aubergine. There's been a long time, like a tongue-in-cheek campaign to introduce an irony font. So that when you can write a whole tweet in an irony font and everyone kind of goes, he doesn't really mean that, you know what I mean? But that could conceivably become legal as well then, presumably.
That would be so annoying.
Yeah. If you had sunny, smiling sun, but in irony font.
You put the upside-down laughy face either side of what you're saying.
Yes, so, that's good.
That's the irony, sarcasm.
You're right, he's like the interrobang.